We want back ends.
Back ends.
Wipe my sins.
Wipe my sins.
They can't win.
They can't win.
No new friends.
No new friends.
Football fast.
Football.
They sleep again.
They sleep.
We wake them up.
Wake up, the champs is in. Champion.
We want back ends.
Back ends.
Wipe my sins.
Wipe it.
They can't win.
They can't win.
No new friends.
No new friends.
Football fast.
Football.
They sleep again.
They sleep.
We wake them up.
Wake up, the champs is in.
Yeah, yeah. Wake up, wake up. The cake up. Raise up or make us do something we don't want to. Bite down on you. Right now on you. Juke to the left, they dodging it. Can't play the role, you fraudulent. Waiting on the right for the stars in it. 4x4 double parking it. Wanna play like cars in it. Wear the right flag, they forfeit it. Now I got a ring too gorgeous. Damn, I gotta treat it like forges. It sound like oh, when I scratch it. Try to take the ring, I'ma tackle you. I guess I'm a Super Bowl bachelor. Go hard in the gym, no cameras. I think I see blood, no Dracula. I'm an animal, eating up amateurs. Too active.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 2-1 loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Ready? Blue ready?
Got three. Alert flow, alert flow, alert flow.
Sonic!
53's the mic.
Let's go!
First down, Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
No, it's nothing.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Three down.
Ready? Blue ready? 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
Hey.
Let's go!
Now a handoff looking right. He can't get him down. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, 4 down.
Ready? Back 25's ahead. Wait, up.
Now Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you push yourself in their own zone. You've intimidated them in a sense and got the ball from them.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Baby, get him, boys. Get him, boys. 58's the mic.
5-1.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. On the left side, it's McDonald. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And Lutz puts this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to see how they attack him here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at about the 32. Now Winston. And a little floater there is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, we got tight right. Ready?
Black 25.
Odd.
Sonic.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
On 2nd down, Winston again. And Winston lost the football.
It's raining, man.
Going the other
Some
way.
guys just
Come
have a
on,
knack for creating
what?
turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
He's checking.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Two times. 4 down. Check.
5-8.
Check.
On 2nd down, fights loose. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
Now Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown,
We got 6
Saints.
all day.
Cameron Meredith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Such an art to dot the I, just get the feet in right there against the line before going out of bounds.
Such an incredibly graceful, athletic play, but also a lot of practice goes into it. They work on that to make sure that they learn how to train their feet to go down in bounds.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good, and the lead grows to 10-0. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Green, Trevor C.
The first down throw for Winston. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch.
Let's go now.
But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 down, 4 down.
Green, triple C. Ready. Black.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try to find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with the quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing. Get the ball right on him.
He's got Evans. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First catch there for Evans, good enough for a 1st down.
Hey, let's get a conversion.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left. Move.
Ready. Black, 25's a hut.
3 down.
Boys up.
On 1st and 10, Winston.
Check 3. Check 3.
And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole
Stop,
here
stop,
with a 1st and
stop.
20.
Let's go.
To the air again with Winston. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
We got 4.
Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in.
Let's
But
go now.
somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Left. 4 down.
Hey, sub. Let's go. Green, triple C.
27. Mike's 40.
Boys up.
2nd down, Winston. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right. We got 3.
Ready. Blue ready.
And they'll go on the ground. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss.
3 down. 3 down.
Sonic. Ready. Blue ready.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Sonic. Boys up.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off on the 27. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. Breeze now to throw.
42. Check 42.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping.
Hey. We got 3. We got
Ready. Black 22.
53's the month.
5-0.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Heavy, we got heavy. 82's ready.
Black 22. Hey, sub. Let's go. Hey, sub. Let's go.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Again, his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Davis to throw it. Oh, it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
That was a dangerous throw towards the end zone. Boy, did it hang up there forever. Wanted to run up there and pull it down out of the sky.
Yeah, felt like it really should have been intercepted. Lucky to have that one back.
You've got to be more careful when you're that close to the goal line.
Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10.
Dang, he reading the shit out that bitch, man.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
Reading that shit, man. I'm still throwing it to him, too.
Passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Easy kill. Who's that?
They begin on the ground with Camara. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21.
Damn, just threw it right back to him.
Down run, call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Double tight. You go 21. Wait, what's that?
Leads this one with Camara. And down he'll go at the 25. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action.
Run to the ball. Run. Here we go. Oh, boy, I know you felt that one.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extras...
A battle for it, and it's intercepted.
That's a pick,
Picked
boy.
off near the 29,
the
and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
I'll keep doing it, man. Bitch. I just keep fucking throwing it his fucking way, man.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what we're seeing because the reaction to those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Hey. Over. 4 down. Ready, let's check.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Des Bryant His first touchdown of the new season. And the Saints add on to their lead. So a tiptoe catch back in the end zone, so tough to do, but he made it look pretty easy.
Certainly did, and the back of the end zone is treated the same way as the sideline. You have to get your feet down in bounds for it to count as a catch. How about the backgrounds of some of these guys? Maybe some of them were ballet, some dance, who knows?
Yeah, you and I were talking the other day. Remember one of my favorite kids shows growing up? I don't know that I want to name it, but guys like Lynn Swan, they used to be on there showing their ballet skill.
And you have to remember when they were kids and their parents would tell them to take the ballet classes, you know they were fighting them like crazy. But right now they're saying, thanks, Mom.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception for the last drive. He'll look to throw. Sheldon Rankins getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down. Ready. Blue 80.
Winston. Forced out to his left. A heck of an effort there on the scramble leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 4 down. 4 down. Check.
Ready. Black 25's a hush.
Winston now to throw on first down. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And that'll bring up second down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Let's go.
Second down throw for Winston. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, a 22.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Ready.
The interception last drive, there he hits the reliable target. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Winston to Godwin on the connection there for a Tampa Bay first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch. But you and I both know that they have planned for this to make it happen.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown,
Ready.
they're right there
Blue
and gets
ready.
a good defensive
Hey,
position, able to affect the play.
3. Mike. Hey, let's get that ball.
Davis again. And now here is another interception.
Lay down.
Picked off at the 21. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Watch tight. Watch tight. Tight end right. Tight end right.
On second down, here's Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Going deep here for Bryant.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right. 3 down. 3 down.
Here's Breeze to throw. Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown to this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Breeze. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Tight left. Tight left. Hey. Okie. Check me out. We got 3 down.
On 1st down, Breeze. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Let's get it.
Now Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
1st down, Winston.
52.
Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
You got three.
Here's Winston. And Braith, the tight end's got it. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. But Buccaneer first, Winston to Braith.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. Route, so to speak.
Here's Winston, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back in pass rush. They've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And Winston lost the football, but it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. The Bucs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be third and a mile. Again, it's Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right. And got his man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2.
How about the base is already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys. But
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Tight, double tight. Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down.
Ready? Back 22.
And they'll try to win the game here with the running back. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Check 3. Ready.
To throw is Winston. Steps away to his left. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And this has no chance. It's no good, well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So what a let-off there. You figure that was an easy 3 points. Instead, it turns into nothing.
And from that close of range, it's starting to wreck your goose's coat. And this thing, well, it never had a chance to straighten itself out.
He's got daylight. The 40, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Saints are pouring it on. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, he's got the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the nose. We've seen it happen.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Alex Okafor able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Jameis on 2nd down. It's a short here, complete to his tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Ready. Back.
On 3rd down, Winston. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Ginn. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense maybe expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big time, John. So now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well.
And now look at him go. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints just continue to roll. And that run massively increased his production in this game and was over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking.
And Winston lost the football.
This dude is a fumbler, dude. Every time he gets touched, man, he's fumbling.
Get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we don't fumble our play sheets here. We saw a fumble happen on the field.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Monday. Easy. Like 5-1. Ready, what's up?
And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They come out here in the eye.
Got it. Nice, sweetheart. Got it.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. And they're converting up here on 3rd and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point. The lead will swell by 1 more. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions,
Tight end to the right, boy.
but
Tight end to
some
the right.
are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away,
Ready.
get yourself set
Black
to play
22.
defense, but then you turn it over. It changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs reach up straight in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game, because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Key to tight end. Key to tight end. 3 down. 3 down. Ready. Blue 80. 84. Who's got 84? Check 84.
On 2nd down, Winston again. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Ready. Blue 80.
Throwing. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Alex Okafor in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. Now it's Ginn. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear. Every time we have to leave the booth.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
3 down. 3 down.
They take the give. Here's Breeze. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming in the offensive room, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Let's go now.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Ready.
Winston. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Sack,
So
baby.
one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film
Let's go
section
now.
tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
We got 3 down. Ready.
Jameis to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they don't just empty their bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. So out come the Bucs now. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Second down, Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Blue wait.
And they'll run here. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Get him, boys!
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's Brian Anger now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe this is where the defense is hurting. The offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Four down.
That's the backup, Bridgewater. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Now they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it now. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a
Ready.
bad play
Watch
on one
25.
hand, good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation.
Stay in there.
In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Ready. Black 22's hot.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now Winston escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
We got 4.
Hey, let's
So
get
now
conversion.
then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Alert! Alert!
Winston.
Watch Mike! Watch Mike!
And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
Let's go. It's time to play.
To throw, Winston. They still can't get it. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Winston now. Now he's forced out left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. They'll set up the throw. Forced out to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was
also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I gotta tell you,
injury down now.
I'm beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Again, this is Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a player in the zone, ball sees finger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Run!
Here's Thomas Morstead now,
Okay,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
With it is Jackson. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point kicker. Exactly. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Heavy.
A first down throw for Winston. too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Demario Davis coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Run out, man. Do something.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
3 down, 3 down.
Wide, 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 get wide.
Let's go.
Now back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 17.
Ready.
Black 25.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Let's go.
Motion man, watch 12, watch 12. We got heavy, heavy. Everybody scoot up, heavy, heavy.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Double tight. Hey, guys, check me out, check me out.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Alex Okafor getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Heavy. Watch the backfield. Check three.
Now Winston.
Watch the screen.
Now he'll escape to it. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Hey, 4 down.
On the ground they go with the running back. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the finals.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
And now the final stages of this one. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Running game working on first down. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
We got 3. Let's go.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
When I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because you know open air boom. That rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Saints, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.
I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see seats in there. I'm on your turf again. This, that. You from the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. She go to battle. LED logo the tag. I go in back of the. They all from that. My diamonds, they all look at. This, that. I go to bed on bet. I got the demon on flats. I got it in the back. Haters, they talk the chat. They step on the rock, don't man. I'm a K-back. 400K. I found out where you lay at. I got the lurking and they hate cats. Pockets stay fat. I got the from the block and they scamming, they know what banks at. I got the work on the avenue, they know what tanks at. I got the live in the mansion, they know what that. I got some that's up in the Jordan, they know what that. I came on top of the building, yeah, we had a plan. We came on top of the building, yeah, we never ran. Down there, thought that I had a fan. Oh, hey, any 10 o'clock, got a flight out, yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I go to hotels when I step out, yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a, yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman, I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happen when you give it a taste like, and you give